Right now, you are looking at two of the most hyped, carbon-faced drivers on the planet, the TaylorMade Stealth 2 and the Callaway Paradym. Both are promising massive distance. Both are packing some serious space-age carbon tech. But look, deciding between them, it's nowhere near as simple as those slick commercials make it seem.
Exactly, because honestly, there is nothing worse than dropping $600 on premium gear, stepping up to the first tee, swinging out of your shoes, and realizing it absolutely punishes your natural swing. In today's explainer, we are settling this debate once and for all.
Welcome back to Golf Gear Showdown, where real golf gear goes head-to-head, so everyday American golfers can make smarter buying decisions.
Golf gear head-to-head.
I'm Mike, your resident data guy. And I'm Jake, bringing you the feel and the on-course reality. We have all been in this exact spot, right? You're standing in the golf shop, both of these gorgeous drivers are just sitting there on the rack, and you gotta pick one. They look amazing, but making the wrong call here is gonna leave you frustrated on the range and constantly second-guessing your swing all season long.
Now, if you listen to the marketing hype, both of these drivers will hit it a mile and literally never miss a fairway. But we all know that's not reality. The real question we need to answer today is which one of these actually keeps more balls in play for a weekend golfer? Like, will this actually help a 15 handicapper? That is the standard we are holding them to.
So here's the fight card. 6 rounds. We're looking at distance, forgiveness, accuracy, feel and sound, value, and our final verdict.
And definitely stick around because round 3 is the one most golfers completely overlook, and it might just be the single most important round in this entire showdown.
All right, let's jump right into round 1, distance and primary performance.
Looking strictly at the design intent here, both of these clubs are built to chase raw speed, but they go about it in very different ways. The Paradym features a lighter overall build and a higher launch profile. Callaway engineered this specifically for golfers who really need to maximize carry distance. Now the Stealth 2, with its carbon face, produces incredible ball speed, but structurally it just doesn't quite match the raw launch height of the Paradym. Jake?
Right, but Mike, what does that actually mean for the everyday guy out there? If I've got an average swing speed, say 90 to 95 miles an hour, am I really seeing a difference? My buddy Dave swings exactly like that, and when he tested the Paradym, he noticed right away that the ball just stayed in the air longer. That lighter build really does translate to a higher launch for an average swing.
So based on that pure launch potential, round 1 goes to the Callaway Paradym. But only if you're the type of golfer who is actively looking for that higher launch feel and extra carry.
Fair enough. Paradym takes the raw distance battle. But before you run out and swipe your card, you gotta ask yourself, what happens when you inevitably miss the center of the face?
And that brings us straight into round 2, the forgiveness battle. I am definitely taking the lead on this one because this is where the rubber meets the road. Off-center hits, miss-hits, toe strikes, heel strikes. Yeah, this is my domain on a Sunday morning. You can literally see how these two handle a bad swing differently. The Stealth 2 relies on heavier perimeter weighting, so when you catch it off the heel or out on the toe, that weight sort of rescues the shot. It maintains your speed across the face, and more importantly, it keeps that miss hit straighter. Now the Paradym is definitely forgiving for a distance driver, don't get me wrong, but it does punish you a bit more. Strike it off the toe or heel with the Paradym, and you're gonna lose more speed and definitely lose more direction.
And this really illustrates why. That carbon face on the Stealth 2, combined with that weighting, it just stabilizes the whole club head. For the average guy who misses the sweet spot, 3 out of 4 times on the tee box, this club is going to keep you out of the trees.
Yeah, the data absolutely backs you up there, Jake. The consistency of the Stealth 2 across the entire face makes it the undeniable winner of round 2. It just keeps average swings playable.
Okay, so we are tied up at 1 round apiece. But remember, round 3 is the one most golfers completely overlook. And like I teased earlier, it might be the most important part of this whole showdown.
Let's get into it. Round 3, accuracy and control. This right here is the ultimate tiebreaker. You can hit it high and you can recover from a toe strike, sure, but what is the club's natural tendency when we look at shot shape and dispersion? Here's the crucial data point. The Stealth 2 has a much more neutral bias and a slightly lower spin window. That keeps your dispersion cone noticeably tighter. The Paradym, on the other hand, it has a tendency to push shots to the right if your swing path is already out to in. And let's translate out to in path for a second. That means a slice. If you are a chronic slicer, which is like 80% of weekend golfers out there, and you swing the Paradym, there is a very real chance you are pushing that ball right into the neighboring fairway. The Stealth 2 fights that right miss beautifully. If we're talking about keeping the ball in the short grass under pressure on the 18th tee, the Stealth 2 just flat out gives you better consistency. Round 3 goes to the Stealth 2.
Moving right along to round 4, feel, sound, and confidence. Look, I know Mike doesn't have a spreadsheet for this part, but the psychological element of a golf club is massive. If a club looks weird at address or sounds like a tin can, it literally costs you strokes before you even pull the club back. You just get tense. So let's contrast these two. When you hit the Paradym, it has this softer, incredibly solid feel at impact. It just feels premium. But then you look down at the Stealth 2, and it looks a touch more compact at address. And for a mid-handicapper, a compact look actually builds confidence. It frames the ball perfectly. Sound-wise, the Stealth 2 is firmer, a bit more muted. A lot of guys love that dull thwack, while others find it a little dead compared to the Paradym's crack.
Since feel is so highly subjective, we're going to have to call round 4 a split decision. The Paradym undoubtedly wins the impact feel. It's remarkably soft and responsive, but the Stealth 2 absolutely takes the visual confidence at address. So we're splitting the points here.
Which brings us to round 5, price and value. Let's be real. Neither of these drivers is cheap if you're buying them brand new off the rack. But when we look at wallet impact, we have to look at the whole picture, and that includes the secondary market. Time for a smart shopper move. The data shows that the Stealth 2 consistently holds better resale value. Plus, the Paradym tends to drop faster in price on the secondary market the moment newer Callaway models arrive. If you're open to certified pre-owned programs or used gear, you can stretch your budget significantly further with the TaylorMade family. Over a 2 to 3 year ownership cycle, the Stealth 2 just provides more long-term value. Round 5 officially goes to the Stealth 2.
That's an awesome tip, Mike. Now here's the part where we tell you exactly who should buy each one. And I guarantee one of these answers is going to surprise you.
We have officially arrived at round 6, the final verdict, and golfer fit. This is where we break down exactly which driver fits your specific game.
But first, we really need to talk about the biggest buying mistakes we see everyday golfers making. Please do not pick your driver based purely on brand loyalty, and do not fall for the distance marketing trap. I've seen guys grab the Paradym hoping for an extra 20 yards, but they have an out-to-in swing, and they end up fighting accuracy all year. Conversely, guys buy the Stealth 2 thinking it's automatically a magic wand for forgiveness, but they totally ignore getting properly fitted for a shaft. The club head is only half the battle, guys.
Exactly. Let's rapid fire through the definitive golfer fit matrix so you know exactly which club belongs in your bag. If you're a complete beginner or a high handicapper over an 18, you need the forgiveness of the Stealth 2. Mid-handicappers sitting between a 10 and 18 who want a balance of distance and control, you also lean Stealth 2.
What about the chronic slicers out there?
Chronic slicers absolutely belong in the Stealth 2 because of that neutral bias we talked about. Budget-conscious buyers, again, Stealth 2 for the resale value.
Okay, so who actually buys the Paradym?
Seniors or slower swings, maybe under 85 miles per hour, they might really benefit from the Paradym's lighter build to help get the ball airborne. However, if you have a consistently fast swing speed above 95 and you already launched the ball well, the Paradym is fantastic for you. And finally, if you are purely a distance chaser and you do not mind a slightly wider dispersion, the Paradym is your winner.
So, looking at this objectively, when we ask the question, what helps the 15 handicapper the most? The TaylorMade Stealth 2 is our ultimate overall winner for the everyday American golfer. You simply cannot put a price on keeping the ball out of the woods, and the Stealth 2 just offers the consistency and the tighter dispersion that most of us desperately need over raw launch.
We want to hear from you. Which driver are you leaning toward, the Stealth 2 or the Paradym?
Drop down in the comments right now and tell us your current handicap, what driver you're playing right now, and what your usual miss is off the tee. We read all of them, and hey, if you want to see another driver showdown or any other gear battle, let us know down there too. Make sure you hit subscribe to Golf Gear Showdown for more head-to-head comparisons that actually help you buy smarter. Thanks for hanging out.